Ahuja, to this amazing gathering. So as you know, you come from Sweden, back to your roots. So we all want to know that Pradesh se Swadesh kyun? Or kyun aaye? Kya khicha? Was it your roots calling you back? Or was it the money package? What was it?
So for sure it's not a money package because my salary is one third what I get used to live. So that it's all your love to your country. So whatever we got from the country, I want to give it back. So that's why I came here. So I not came here for money for sure. And then there was also a discussion in ministry level. If you look at there are a lot of NRIs or Indian origin people living outside. The government want to bring them back to the country. So they have to start from somewhere. But in IIT system, it's very difficult to enter in the IIT system without being a faculty of IIT. So I am one of the first one in history of IIT in 70 years where director came from outside and directly became a director. So now I can see that there are a lot of applications also coming from outside India. They want to come back here and want to serve the Indians. So that's the new way open for NRIs putting in who want to come here.
We really thank you for that mindset and a will to contribute to our country. Thank you so much. So as you said that you want to make a change in the country, and I'm sure you will a bit, because I would like to tell all of you, he is one of the 6 panelists out of 23 IIT professors who is felicitating the AI and with collaboration with World Health Organization. So they are doing really good in artificial intelligence in terms with digital health. So please बताएं what is digital health, and somebody who is in a rural area और उसको PGI आना है, so how AI would help him so that he need not come to the cities where hospitals are built. So how are you helping in that?
So of course, when we talked in the beginning, when we talked about internet, so that really helped up this sector as of now. So now India is a vast country, and if you look at the data-wise, what AI is, maybe you all know that AI depends on how much data you have. Basically, you train your model on the data that you get. So better the AI is, your better is the model. So better for the model, you need huge amount of data. So if AI is done in India, where we have a huge amount of data, so we are sitting on the gold mine of data. So health sector is one of the area. If you go to PGI, how many patients every doctor is seeing every day? How much data we are generating? And if you go to abroad, maybe doctors see maybe 1 or 2 patients in a day, then you will say he's very busy. So they don't have much data. So India has an advantage to be data, and that's the reason why India can be world leader in AI. Because who has the more data, we have the more model, a very good model, and our prediction will be more accurate. And for example, when we talk about digital health, and if we collect the even data for the patient that found in the area of cancer. So how many patients we are getting in India for the cancer? If we have all amount of this data, so we can make a model and we can fit this data on that model, and we can make a prediction also. And we can say that in which region there are cases and which region could be the prone to this cancer. So we can make a prediction in advance, and we can treat those people in advance, and we can say, okay, this is the guidelines you have to follow, and we can avoid the cancer, for example. And then other thing is we can reach to the villages. So when we talk about the patient cannot come, and a lot of these tests we can do online also nowadays. And so we can have a small kind of station in each village panchayat also. That's another way also, where the patient can go there and they can interact directly with the doctors. And doctors are always on that in the online. These doctors cannot be online only within India but abroad also. So you have a pool of doctors who can answer, who can look. And those small tests we can do directly there on those small stations. So the patient doesn't necessarily come to the cities. And this way, when we are talking about in the previous section about the environment, if we don't use that much of transportation, can avoid our patient just stay at home and they can be treated. And their prescription can be done there. So AI is playing an enormous role and huge amount of data which we manpower cannot handle. So the AI is helping handle those data for the doctor's perspective also and for the patient perspective also.
So have you started working on it? Yes.
Yes, we are already working on it. So right now what we want, we have mentioned that we are going to start to work with WHO. So the main task is there also the digital health. So they want to, India should help not only in India but Southeast Asia, Latin America as well as Africa. So they are using a lot of these computer programs and for this kind of thing, and they were done in 90s. So because they said that we cannot hire a professionals because we are an NGO kind of organization.
So they called you?
They
called you?
Yeah, they called us. So we are going to help them. Recently there was a case in Colombo. They said, can you send somebody in Colombo? So because there are some software glitches in Colombo because the people involved are organization working there. So we are working with a different health organization because health is very important sector. So if we are good in health, we are good in everything. So health is very important. So we have to take care of it. And with the population of India, how we can reach to everyone, especially in the countryside, only digital health is a solution.
Absolutely, very well said. We really congratulate you and thank you for doing such a very useful pitch for the population. आपने AI को digital health के साथ साथ you also collaborated for AI with agriculture, where Punjab is the major belt where we have that agriculture belt is the strongest in Punjab. तो AI से हमारे farmers को कैसे help मिलने वाला है? I think we've started the process also. So how is it going to help the farmers?
So I can tell you, we have now 23 IITs in India. Only IIT Roper has got the hub, which is funded by the government. So each IIT got a different kind of hub. So IIT Roper got a hub in agri-tech and automotive. So that is two crucial issues for the Punjab. One thing is the water quality. You have already know that water is now toxic and there are a lot of pesticides in this area. How to avoid that one thing and how to reduce the pesticides in our agriculture, especially in Punjab. And also how to help farmers to use the technology. For example, I don't want that farmer has to go to the field to put the water in the field. So he can be connected directly by a small app and that he can get a weather information in that app and which day he has to put water. If tomorrow he is going to put the water, then he should know that tomorrow is going to be rain, he should not do. So they are all, we are making this a database. And we are making a database for the land record. And we are making the database for the soil testing. Now as a farmer, you go to the soil testing, you take one soil sample and sometimes this soil testing is done for one part of your land. But if you have a few acres of land, hundreds of acres of land, so you cannot say that, okay, this part needs potassium, that other part also, but maybe there is already potassium. But we are using the pesticide as well fertilizer for whole. So what we do with the GPS, and we can map up each land and each part of the land, which fertilizer has to go, where is the deficiency of potassium or calcium. So we can design also the fertilizer for that part. Okay, this part we don't need to put because and this part we don't need to put too much pesticide. So we can reduce the dependence on the pesticide, dependence on the fertilizer. We can use the minimization, and we should also tell them that go for not for rice or wheat, go for other, and how technology is helping them and making a full supply chain. So we are also hub for how AI can be used in the food processing. So that's very important. A lot of food in Punjab is wasted. So how we can preserve them, how we can transform in some kind of product, and we can what leader, because if we don't have a food security, whatever new technology we are talking, it has no meaning.
Absolutely. So, Mr. Ahuja, there's a very interesting thing which happened with my family. So, I was telling my friends and the kids, that I'm going to interview, I'm in hot seat, IIT Local Director. So I said, something that you want from your side, I should ask him. So few of them said, please tell them to close all the IITs in India, because we have a lot of pressure from our parents that you please get into the IITs. So then just tell me, how can he close all the IITs in the country? So I realized that obviously there is a lot of pressure on students, especially from parents. We have got a future that they feel that when you go to IIT, so you have very fat packet and my child's future is secure. So maybe hear in the newspapers that okay, this IIT Delhi, Calcutta, or they've got that package of 1 CR, especially computer engineering. So exactly, is that 1 CR in their hand? What is it like? I mean, that yours the parents. So what is it like?
Okay, if you look nowadays, which company is giving the highest package? They are not the top-notch companies. They are very stable companies. So these are new startup companies which are coming up. So they pay you high package. So if they say 1 crore, the 1 crore is not your salary. They will get okay 50 lakh come आपको share दे देंगे. So that is part of that. हम आपको एक घर दे देंगे, उसको पर्स में उसको ऐड करके उसको. So this is not a real what they are getting in hand. Maybe in hand, maybe they are getting half of that what they are getting. So, and what in India we have a problem now that we have made the IITs our package driven. And for that, all parents sitting here, they are not our kids. And the other thing is also that we are pushing our kids to the boundaries. So now you say that your kid want that IIT should. We have a huge country. So before we have only 5 IITs, the competition was very high. Now we have a 23 IITs. And you meet somebody will say that we don't need more than 23 IITs. But other way, because you are saying why you are putting the pressure on the kids. So if we have a more position, then kid will also have less pressure. So this is the catch-20 situation now. But we want to improve our quality of the education. IITs are the brand. So IIT, you don't need to explain if you go to US or Europe, any part of the world, let's say that you are from IIT, what standard you have. So it's maybe very difficult to keep the standard in both India. IITs are the institute of excellence, and that should be there. And problem is why students are feeling the pressure because of the parents. If you don't tell that, okay, you don't need to go to IIT, there are other institutions also. You can do good there also. Why they will feel pressure? तो बच्चे को शुरू से ही वो 10th क्लास पास करता नहीं है तो उसको बस IIT की कोचिंग शुरू कर देंगे. And these coachings are also killing the creativity of ours. And I can tell you that even in IIT system, when the kids come, we say that they are the cream of India. In first semester, maybe 30-40 will be full. Because they are used to this coaching culture where they don't teach the basics. They tell you the tricks, how to solve. When you have a 4 answer, how to choose the correct. But when you come to the IITs, you don't get the answer. What is the answer? Now you have to solve. Yeah. So coaching center just tell the tricks. So we should not put pressure on our kids. Let them do what they want. If they want to go to other engineering college, in Chandigarh, if they want to go to other engineering college, that can go. Not everybody has to come to IIT.
So it's very encouraging coming from an IIT professor, a director, saying that please don't pressurize your kids, and it's not important to get into IIT to become somebody strong. Yeah. So thank you so much, sir. It's been a really educative and interesting conversation. And I keep taking this word with me to tell those kids that he's himself saying, don't get into IIT, it's not that important, but you sure basics should be important. So we've had a great session. Let any question from the audience if you want to ask.
So Professor Ahuja, I wanted to ask you one thing, that I read somewhere that you found a new metal in the sand mines of Satluj River, which will help you to build semiconductors and in turn will help you in nanotechnology, furthering nanotechnology. What's happening on that front?
So when we get any mines or any mineral like that, so this is the first step to get those minerals. Like for semiconductor, we are talking about semiconductor. Or when we talk about lithium-ion battery, we need lithium. So then you maybe heard also in the news that there was some lithium found in Kashmir or something. And they are the rocks. And sometimes we have these minerals in the sand or in the rocks. then we have to look at how, if I take lithium from there or sand from silicon from that, is it cost effective? And what grade of the mineral we are getting, can we use it in the real application? So that is also another thing. Of course, we have to explore. Once you find one mine, it will take 10 years to get that material out of that and where we can use it. So even you find today, it will be an application or we can use those minerals maybe 10 years like that. So with that we have discovered this something.
Because I was thinking that a lot of infrastructure and investment is done by the government in semiconductors in India. A lot of foreign companies are coming.
So that's
So I think that makes your institute very valuable.
Yes, so
You're an expert in semiconductors.
Yes,
I forgot to
that's
mention
what I'm
that. Yes, yes.
the country will lead the world in the future. Who will control the semiconductor? Who will control semiconductor? That will be the world leader. You can see your mobile phone. Everything what we are doing, all the chips are coming from. You do computer, everything is coming out. We need a fab facility of manufacturing the chip. We don't have. Now the government of India has started this in this direction. Tata are setting 2 plants and Micron is setting 1 plant in India. So that will be our fab facility. And in Assam, yes, Tata are setting, that's a packaging facility. So India is coming up. So still we are very far and we are relying on Taiwan and US or Europe or South Korea for our semiconductor demand. So if we want to be a world leader, if we want to be the top economy in the world, we have to control the semiconductor. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rajiv sir, for such an informative session on the role of technology in our lives and progress of our nation. To felicitate Mr.
Yeah, just a question, Professor. IITs at one time ruled the technical world in India and to an extent abroad also. Their numbers have increased, good for us. And private institutions have come up in a big way. How do you see the future of these? Are these losing any sheen? Is their reputation fading away? Or probably they will back up? How do you see that? How do you see that?
So so private universities and IITs cater in different sectors. So the quality of education, what IITs are giving, no other institution can give. And also it's related with the quality of the student. The cream is coming to IITs. So of course IITs will be always be on the top. Even private institutions are coming, they have good infrastructures and things like that. But we are serving to the middle class sector. Maybe private universities are serving to the rich class. So that's an advantage we have at IIT.
You know, I had at the back of my mind IIT Kharagpur. There was a time that this also took a dip. So, I mean, generally, that's why I asked you this question.
No. It's always that the young is better. So IIT Kharagpur was the first IIT of India. And I can tell you, I have a chance to become a director of that. But I chosen the young.
So, sir, I'm young.
So I have a chance for that. So I chosen Rupert because in young institution you can implement the ideas, new ideas. In young institution there is no barrier. So that's the advantage. So younger IITs are going to do better in the future. And this is the future.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.